And there's the question of the birthday. Is celebrating birthdays haram or bid'ah? How can I convince Muslims who are celebrating their kid's birthday thinking this is a happy occasion? Can one gather some other day with intention of just gathering and give toys to the kids? As we heard, we just said it clearly in the verses that to be patient with the deen of Allah. قل يا عبادي الذين آمنوا اتقوا ربكم الذين أحسنوا في هذه الدنيا حسنة وأرض الله واسعة. The earth of Allah is spacious for you. إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. Those who are patient with the commands of Allah, with the deen of Allah, they will be given their rewards without an account, without limits whatsoever. So be patient with the deen of Allah and be happy and have the means of joy through the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when it comes to these celebrations or birthdays, it has to be clear, inshallah ta'ala, that a'yad or Eid or something that keeps on coming once a year or once a month, this is what the Eid is, right? This is something that has to be religion. That means we have only two Eids, as the Prophet ﷺ clearly stated, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. And anything other than the two Eids, it is not permissible for the Muslims to celebrate as far as the Eid is concerned. And the Eid meaning that something keeps on coming. I'm not talking about happy occasions. Like, for example, if your son or daughter finished the Quran, right? That's a happy occasion. Have a celebration, have a celebration. Get them gifts, sure. Invite people, whatever you want to do. This is a good occasion. You know, a person get promoted, worldly matter, religious matter, like this, no problem. But say, for example, that example, if your son or daughter finished the Quran, say they finished the Quran in the first of Ramadan, right? So every year in the first of Ramadan, you make a big celebration because this is what commemorates the day where your son or your daughter finished the Quran. This is bid'ah. This is innovation in the deen. This is not permissible because you made it as a Eid. You made it as a Eid that keeps on coming once a year, once a month or so. So these A'yadul Milad or birthdays is something that is introduced by others. It's not part of what the Muslims they do. And Muslims should follow the way of the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." Whoever imitates people, he is one of them. And A'yad is religion. When some people say, well, it's only a worldly thing, it's not religious, or things like this, as even some of the deviant ones, they approve these types of celebrations to people. They say it's not religious. You're not doing anything religious. Well, as a principle of the deen, if they have the knowledge of what the deen of Islam is, A'yad is deen. Anything that is to be repeated as Eid is religion. So even if it's not a religious celebration, so if it's a Eid, comes every year on a certain day, then this is religion. Only we celebrate what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded us to celebrate as far as the Eid is concerned, something that keeps on repeating, once a year or so. And with all of, this is, to have this honor and dignity and following the ways of the Prophet ﷺ. And then when it comes to having another day that without the intention of, it's the same thing. It's a yearly celebration. It doesn't have to be on a specific day, by the way. Like, say, for example, every year we're going to celebrate birthday. It doesn't matter what day. This year is going to be in October. The second year is going to be in May. This is still Eid because it's a yearly celebration, celebrating the day of when a person was born. And if people think that this is a happy occasion, again, why we make it so tight for ourselves? It really reminds me of the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, which is related to the subject. That وَلَوْ دَخَلُوا جُحْرَ ضَبٍّ لَدَخَلْتُمُوهُ لَتَتَّبِعُنَّ سَنَنَ مَنْ كَانَ قَبْلَكُمْ. You would follow the ways of those who were before you. حَذْوَ الْقَذَّةِ بِالْقَذَّةِ. The same with a handspan, you would follow them exactly the same path that they take. حتى لو دخلوا جحر ضب لدخلتموه. Even if they enter the hole of a lizard, you would enter behind them. Very tight. So they said, O Messenger of Allah, اليهود والنصارى, the Jews and the Christians, he said, then فمن? Who else? That means you would follow their ways. So why so tight? Why we make it very tight for ourselves? This is the only way that we have happy occasions. It has to be something which is not our ways. As I said, have happy occasions every Friday. Make whatever occasions that you want to make, no problem, but without having it as a Eid, as the way the people would establish Eid. We have only Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, and that's why we have so many celebrations. We can have, again, on a daily basis celebrations if you want. Just a funny note at the end, someone, even his daughter, she did not pass in an exam, right? So he made a celebration for her to make her feel good, and they all get some good food and everything like this. And so, I mean, it's you can just make things. You don't have to imitate the ways of others. Wallahu a'lam.